I am standing under one of the first pieces that went into our garden. I knew I wanted to create a cottage garden feel to our backyard, so this arbor was the first to go in to make that happen, and the roses went in soon after. So just picture like this large backyard with just grass and then an arbor sitting right almost in the middle of it. It's kind of weird, but I had the vision and I feel like it exceeded my expectations, especially with these roses climbing it. Very pretty. It looks so gorgeous in the summer. It's just filled with pink blooms all around. Oh, it's so pretty and I just love it. So today I want to train these canes a little better. The other day I actually did start training them and I don't see much that I want to do to this particular rose, and this is actually 2 roses. I'll link it in the description. It is called Awakening, and like I said, it had these pretty big flush of blooms in the spring, and then it flushes again, and it's actually already starting to green up, which is nice. Super exciting. So I'm gonna go through and see what canes I want to connect to the arbor, and I am just using some green like string. It kind of feels like a twisty tie type of string, and I'm just loosely tying the canes to the arbor. So I'm gonna go through and see which ones I want to do, and then we'll move on to the next rows. And with these, I'm actually liking how they stick out, so I don't think I'm going to touch them. I do see some old blooms from last season that I can prune off now. When you walk through, I kind of want the blooms to graze you a bit, but I don't want of course I don't want the thorns to graze you. But I think it's okay because I'm able to walk through it easily. I think this one right here will look really pretty filled with blooms, how it kind of sits away from the arbor. This one too. So pretty. I can't wait to see it. That green foliage coming through. This one usually blooms pretty early, which is nice because it gives me something to look at early in the spring. Just remove the spent bloom right before another bloom. So I'm going to use this one. So right before it, I'm just going to snip. So that old bloom is gone and that is left, and that will turn into a flower soon. Also going to remove this little piece I see here. Oh, just came off by pulling it. Okay, I think I got this rose how I want it to be. From this angle, it looks pretty good. It's looking. And I also have a cane running through this bike. So I think it would be cool to see the blooms on this bike. I don't know. I think it'll look good.
Once you start, I think like once you really start going,
And
weaving in through the bike.
Yeah, so there's one cane coming through this way.
When you start getting that weaving motion all through the bike, you'll see something.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So as another cane comes, I'll probably weave it to it. I need another one to come this way. I might pull one off and kind of weave it through the bike. Okay. I think that would be really pretty and different because I haven't seen that done. It probably has been done, but I just haven't seen it. So that's done. The next rose that we need to move is right behind us in front of this greenhouse. I liked it there, but it isn't working out. So we're gonna cut the canes down to the bottom, might leave like this much, and get it moved. Initially, I liked where it was, but my mind has changed. And I would rather plant it right here next to our fence so it can climb it. And this rose is from David Austin Roses. It is called Iceberg. It is a 15-foot climber, so I think it'll do really good along this fence. I'll show you guys later. So Rodney has the loppers.
Yes.
The long loppers so he doesn't cut himself with the rose thorns. And he is going to start chopping all of the canes down, probably leaving like maybe 3 feet.
3 feet. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just easier for us to transplant it.
Just watch out. Thorns are sharp. Yeah, this is wow.
Huh?
This is a big amount of growth since we planted it.
So the more I take away, might be the better.
Yeah, that's
and
probably,
it should recover pretty quickly.
Probably best.
It might be better, yeah.
Coming up. It's right there somewhere. There we go.
Wow. Oh, my heart. Okay. We got it out and we cut off more canes. Now it looks like this. And we have to sacrifice more growth than we wanted to because we accidentally cut off more root system than we wanted to. So hopefully it recovers. The rose will be able to climb this way. And I think the green foliage along with the white will really give this fence more life. It just looks so plain. And I think I'll probably end up planting some type of like clematis, something pink to contrast the white. I think it'll look really good along this fence. And eventually we will be building another one of these raised beds right here. So it's like 3 in a row just to fill in that gap right there, because right now it looks kind of weird with just the 2. And yeah, I think it'll look really good. So let's get this planted. I think that works. Cover the fence. All right. I got the rose in the hole and I planted it so that it kind of tilts this way. So I'm already like pre-training it towards the fence. And you know, as it goes, I'll wrap it around the post using those ties that I showed y'all earlier. So we'll see how it turns out. We did knock off quite a lot because of the root ball got like hacked accidentally while we was digging it up. But I've seen other people have good success doing like transplanting the roses this way. I'm new at transplanting roses, so we will see. Rodney said we actually transplanted a rose before, and I cannot remember when. We be doing so much that I can't remember. I can't remember everything. But we're gonna mulch up this area add some more mulch to this section right here because I made quite a mess when putting this plant in, and then we'll move on to the other roses that we need to transplant. The rose I have growing along this arbor is called Super Excelsa, and it is also from Heirloom Roses. It's a pretty pink color, and this one gets pretty tall, so I feel like it's gonna cover this entire arbor super fast. And I believe we planted this one last year. Yeah, last year we planted this one. There were more vines that needed training on this rose than I initially thought, so it took us longer to work on this one compared to the other two that we did previously. But I think it's going to turn out really well, and I like how skinny the vines were because it allowed me to intertwine it across the arbor a bit better, which makes me excited to see how that is going to look come this spring. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and happy growing.